All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Nishit Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address civil servants on the occasion of Civil Servants Day today in New Delhi. Assam and Arunachal Pradesh sign agreement to settle boundary dispute. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar discusses worsening situation in Sudan with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Filing of nominations for the Karnataka Assembly elections end. An Indian men's recurve team enters the finals of the Archery World Cup in Antalya, Turkey. And now the news in detail. On the occasion of Civil Services Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address civil servants in New Delhi today. During the event, Mr. Modi will confer the Prime Minister's Awards for Excellence in Public Administration. The awards are given to exceptional and innovative efforts made by civil servants and organizations in both the central and state governments to improve the lives of ordinary citizens. Ahead of the Civil Services Day, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar said that India is the mother of democracy and the Indian democracy is the most functional and vibrant at all levels. The Vice President was addressing civil servants at the inauguration of the 16th Civil Services Day in New Delhi yesterday. Describing civil servants as role models to millions, he said that they have a transformational role in the lives of people.
You all are commendably engaged in transforming lives of one-sixth of the humanity. As a class, you are role model to millions and powerful influencers for effecting change and growth. Your positioning is on merit, evaluated by the most stringent selection process. It is beyond any largesse or patronage. It affords you sublime and godly opportunity to serve the people and bring about upliftment. You are significant stakeholders in ensuring progress of the nation.
Assam and Arunachal Pradesh signed an agreement to settle a boundary dispute between the two states yesterday. The important agreement was signed by Chief Minister of Assam Himanta Biswa Sarma and Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu in the presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi. The agreement between the two states will end the dispute relating to 123 villages along the border in keeping with the history, demographic profile, administrative convenience, proximity to the border and the aspirations of the residents. Speaking on the occasion, Home Minister Amit Shah said that the signing of an agreement for the settlement of an interstate boundary dispute between the two states is a very big achievement. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu said the agreement will pave the way to peaceful coexistence between the two states. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh was briefed by Army Chief General Manoj Pandey about the death of 5 soldiers in a terrorist attack in the Poonch sector of Jammu and Kashmir yesterday. Defence sources said that the Indian Army troops on the ground are keeping a watch on the situation and taking appropriate action. In a tweet, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh expressed anguish at the tragedy. Mr. Singh said his thoughts are with the bereaved families in this tragic hour. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar will begin his 9-day trip to Latin America and the Caribbean today. The visit focuses on strengthening partnerships with the countries of the region. A business delegation from India, led by the Confederation of Indian Industry, will be joining the minister at business events during the visit. The External Affairs Minister will begin his visit at Guyana, then proceed to Panama, Colombia and end his visit at the Dominican Republic on the 27th of April. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar discussed the worsening situation in Sudan with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres yesterday. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres appealed for a ceasefire in Sudan for at least 3 days to mark the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. He said the ceasefire will allow people trapped in conflict zones to escape and seek medical treatment. Meanwhile, India said it is ready to evacuate Indian citizens from the conflict-hit Sudan depending on the evolving situation. Briefing the media in New Delhi last evening, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi noted that the situation in Sudan is highly tense at present.
We have been keeping a very close watch on the evolving situation there. Our mission in Khartoum has been in contact with the Indian community there through multiple channels, informal, formal. Our embassy has issued several advisories. We have set up a 24/7 dedicated control room for providing information and assistance, and the coordinates of those control rooms has been shared publicly. We are engaged with countries in the region and other countries that have a key role to play.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday had a telephonic conversation with the Prime Minister of Denmark, Mette Frederiksen. The two leaders reviewed the progress of the India-Denmark Green Strategic Partnership and expressed satisfaction at the recent high-level exchanges and the growing cooperation. The two leaders also agreed to celebrate the 75th anniversary of India-Denmark relations next year in 2024 in a befitting manner and to explore areas to diversify their relations further. Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has directed officials to study the fresh water usage of different industries along the river Ganga and prepare a holistic action plan for the reuse of treated wastewater in thermal power plants, refineries, railways and other industries. Chairing the 11th meeting of the Empowered Task Force of the National Mission for Clean Ganga in New Delhi yesterday, Mr. Shekhawat reviewed the progress of various components under the program. He launched a monitoring center named Prayag for the real-time monitoring center for planning and monitoring projects and river water quality through various online dashboards. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. All India Radio is presenting a vignette of select quotes of Prime Minister from Mann Ki Baat as the program completes its 100th episode in April this year. Today, in the 75th episode of this special program, let's listen to the Prime Minister's take on the spirit of innovation amongst our farmers.
People, voice and direct dialogue. That's your and our Mann Ki Baat. Yes, this is how our Prime Minister connects with millions of countrymen. With the program Mann Ki Baat, aired on the last Sunday of every month on All India Radio. This series, which started on October 3rd, 2014, will complete its 100th episode in April 2023. In the 75th episode of this special program, let's listen to those excerpts in which the Prime Minister spoke of bringing innovation in agriculture. Agriculture in India is not just for food production, but also a major sector that gives employment. Post-independence, agriculture contributed to more than 60% of the country's GDP, which has now fallen to a mere 18%, which means the largest chunk of the population depends on this 18%. The Prime Minister is keen to bring about a change in the present situation, for which innovation is an absolute must. He expressed his views on this matter in the Mann Ki Baat program broadcast on 28th March 2021.
भारत के कृषि जगत में आधुनिकता ये समय की मांग है। बहुत देर हो चुकी है, हम बहुत समय गंवा चुके हैं। एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में रोजगार के नए अवसर पैदा करने के लिए, किसानों की आय बढ़ाने के लिए, परंपरागत कृषि के साथ ही नए विकल्पों को, नए इनोवेशंस को अपनाना भी उतना ही जरूरी है। व्हाइट रिवॉल्यूशन के दौरान देश ने इससे अनुभव किया है। अब बी फार्मिंग भी ऐसा ही एक विकल्प बनकर के उभर रहा है। बी फार्मिंग देश में शहद क्रांति या स्वीट रिवॉल्यूशन का आधार बना रही है। बड़ी संख्या में किसान इससे जुड़ रहे हैं, इनोवेशन कर रहे हैं।
In Karnataka, 279 nominations were received in the 28 Assembly constituencies of Bengaluru on the last day of filing of nominations yesterday for the State Assembly elections. The elections will be held on the 10th of May. The Election Commission will scrutinize the nominations today, and the last day for the withdrawal of candidates is the 24th of April. We have more from our correspondent.
Some of the familiar faces in Karnataka political circle are contesting the election from Bengaluru. From BJP, Dr. C. N. Ashwath Narayan, Muniratna Naidu and M. Krishnappa. And from Congress, Ramlinga Reddy, Dinesh Gundurao and Zamir Ahmed Khan are the prominent faces fighting the election. Former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam and AIADMK General Secretary E. Palanisamy have declared their separate candidates for the Pulkeshi Nagar seat, which has a sizable Tamil population. Out of 28 seats, BJP has sitting MLAs in 15, Congress in 12 and JDS in 1 seat. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
The two-day Millets Fair cum exhibition will conclude today at Jodhpur, Rajasthan. The concluding day will focus on the popularization of millets among consumers. There will also be a discussion on promoting millets and millet products in foreign countries. Our correspondent reports that prizes and appreciation letters will be given to winners in the exhibition competition today.
The Millets Fair cum exhibition is being held to raise awareness about the importance of millets as a healthy and sustainable food option. On the first day of the Mahotsav yesterday, emphasis was laid on the promotion and advertisement of millets. Value addition to the millet products are facilitating women and youths to set up their own small-scale industries and thus creating job avenues in a large scale. In line with the Prime Minister's vision to make the celebrations of International Year of Millets a people's movement and position India as a global hub for millets, stakeholders are being engaged to promote and spread awareness about the benefits of millets, which is now known as Shri Anna. With R.K. Meena from Jaipur, Aarti Rana, AIR News.
Nagaland launched the first 1000 Days campaign focusing early childcare yesterday. The campaign focuses on critical interventions like antenatal care, institutional delivery, vaccination and early childhood development. The first 1000 days pregnancy to 2 years are a crucial period in a child's life and lays the overall foundation of a child's future. Minister for Health and Family Welfare P. Konyak, officially launching the campaign in Kohima, said investing in early childhood development could be the most secure public investment to get the best returns and attain the full potential of children. Gulf countries will celebrate Eid al-Fitr today. The Moon Sighting Committee made the announcement yesterday. The committee of astronomers, court officials and advisors from the Emirates Islamic Authority spotted the new crescent moon last evening, signifying the start of Shawwal. In India, Eid will be celebrated tomorrow if the moon is sighted today. Eid al-Fitr signifies the end of the Islamic month of fasting and the start of the 10th month of Shawwal, according to the Islamic calendar. Our Dubai correspondent reports that across the UAE, the occasion is celebrated citywide with various events. In archery, the Indian men's recurve team of Atanu Das, P. Dheeraj and Tarundeep Rai entered the finals of the Stage 1 of the Archery World Cup 2023 being held in Antalya, Turkey yesterday. The Indian team will face China in the gold medal clash on Sunday. India has previously won gold at the World Cup in the men's recurve team event 13 years ago. This will be the first time in 9 years that a men's Indian recurve archery team will feature in a World Cup final. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Anita Anand.
Thank you, Nishad. Surat Court rejects Rahul Gandhi's plea for stay on conviction is the cover page story in The Hindu. 5 soldiers killed in J&K terror attack. Army says firing, likely use of grenades, is the top story in the Indian Express. Indians in Sudan asked not to venture out as fighting escalates, reads the front page story in The Statesman. All 67 accused acquitted in 2002 Naroda massacre case, reports The Times of India. Aadhaar validation by private entities gets green signal by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, reads a report in Business Standard. Assam-Arunachal link historic pact to resolve intractable border row is the front page story in The Pioneer. Pak Foreign Minister to attend SCO meet in Goa, says Hindustan Times. And finally, after 3 harrowing days, missing mountaineer found in Mount Annapurna, reads a report in the Indian Express. And with that, it's back to you, Nishat.
Thank you, Anita. And now let's have a look at weather across the country today. There will be partly cloudy sky with possibility of drizzle in the national capital, Delhi. Temperature will hover between minimum of 23 and a maximum of 37 degrees. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky with temperature varying between 25 and 36 degrees. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address civil servants on the occasion of Civil Services Day today in New Delhi. Assam and Arunachal Pradesh sign agreement to settle boundary dispute. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar discusses worsening situation in Sudan with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Filing of nominations for the Karnataka Assembly elections and the Indian men's recurve team enters the finals of the Archery World Cup in Antalya, Turkey. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.